Hi, everyone. My name is Derek Distenfield, and I am the co-founder of GSD Venture Studios. GSD Labs sprang out of GSD Venture Studios, and we are a cross-border accelerator that helps people enter the United States to become category kings from Silicon Valley. We had companies in this accelerator from Uzbekistan to Australia to Poland and Africa, to Singapore, to Nigeria, to Buenos Aires and Austria. And we are proud that we were able to help propel their businesses to the next level. COVID proved to us that value can be delivered from anywhere to anyone. And we hope that today is further proof of that. Thank you so much for coming.
The world is vying for our attention. We have never been more educated, stimulated, connected, and exhausted. Globally, over 1 billion of us feel the impact of stress and burnout every year. And that's why it's never been more important for us to stop and take a moment. Hello, my name's Fiona McKinnon, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Moment Company. We create mental well-being products that help reduce stress by making the benefits of mindfulness, meditation, and breath work simple, quick, and effective. As opposed to fully digital services you may have heard of, like Headspace and Calm, Moments are anchored in the real world, away from connected devices, which are often the source of our stress. We work with businesses such as Google, who are looking to increase awareness and responsibility and to support their employees' mental well-being and to broaden their wellness perks and programs. Relearning the lost art of taking a moment will change your life and your business. According to the American Medical Association, stress is the underlying cause of more than 60% of all human illness and disease. And my fellow founders and I were part of those statistics where burnout and stress over many years finally impacted our mental and physical well-being. And that led us to seek out new solutions and to share these with others. So our design brief was simple. Create something that felt grounded in nature, tactile, unconnected, made of natural materials. It felt a little bit magical. So introducing the Moment Pebble, a light-guided stone and marble breathing device that fits beautifully into your hand, your pocket, or on your desk, and acts as a real-world reminder to take a moment. So the easiest way to show you what we do is for you to experience. So if you'd like to breathe in for the count of 5 as the light increases, and out for 5 as it decreases. This simple breathing technique has the power to reset your nervous system and to create a sense of calm and well-being. And you can do this wherever and whenever you need it most. Now, the methods behind Moments are centuries old, scientifically proven, and widely prescribed in the medical world, including the NHS in the UK. And we blend together the mindfulness, breathwork, and meditation techniques together with psychological approaches, including neuro-linguistic programming. These skills are all really quick to learn, accessible to all ages, and are supported through our course, The Methods, a series of guided sessions, social media live moments, and written research. So we launched in February of this year after a successful Kickstarter campaign enabled us to bring our idea to life. There are now pebbles in every corner of the world that are being used to rave review. And we're really beginning to make a difference to people's lives who are suffering from stress, anxiety, ADHD, and insomnia. And this is just the start. Google has recently listed Moments as a recommended wellbeing product within their GPOS team. And we're also in discussions with IBM, SAP, and WPP agency Wunderman Thompson in Europe along similar lines. Now, there's never been a more anxious time for all of us, and with it brings huge opportunity for unique products and services within the wellness market, and in particular within global stress management sector. So we see our obtainable market as being the wellbeing training portion of the 8.3 billion stress management industry. And our beachhead with current products and investment is $30 million. So as you can see, the opportunities are vast. Our focus is on the corporate wellness sector. We're positioned to support businesses that have an increased responsibility and pressure to broaden their support options offered to their employees, both in the workplace and increasingly at home. As we know, the lines between our work and our home life have very much blurred over the last 12 months. And the benefits of moments can be felt not just only when you're at your desk, but can also impact the well-being of the whole family. So we're therefore discoverable to our end consumers through social media and also e-commerce partners like Uncommon Goods and Not on the High Street. In a booming wellness sector, we differentiate by making moments accessible for all ages, quick in time, guided, discreet, unconnected, all with an entry point under $100. Now, we're a small, passionate, entrepreneurial, experienced team, and we have a number of well-being and health experts within our advisory board. And we also rely on an experienced network of support in design, manufacturing, logistics, production, and branding. So we're building an ecosystem of moments. Alongside the recently launched Pebble and Method, we also have future versions that will include sensory elements such as hot and cold, and also other programmable light sequences. Our ongoing R&D will inform not only our customer feedback, but also future mindful products. We'll also look to increase our network of affiliates and partners and offer ongoing courses and subscriptions in order that we can capture our customer for the long term. So that was the future. Today, we are seeking to raise $800,000 so that we can impact as many people as we can, as fast as we can. Our raise is primarily for stock production and for US expansion and marketing, and also to ensure that we've got a solid R&D framework in place as we position ourselves as moment thought leaders in the future. We've positioned ourselves to appeal to a generation of hardworking people looking for a unique, fast, and effective way to improve their well-being. Stress is the epidemic created by the pandemic, and now is the time to fight back. Join us on our moment journey. Thank you.
Money transfer global industry represents over $600 billion of annual volumes, mainly conducted in a traditional cash-to-cash, non-digital model with highly abusive rates. Latin American corridors represents 1/3 of all volumes. Different from other regions, Latin American market is concentrated in 3 main players, out of which one operates under a pseudo-monopoly, holding over 80% of all regional volumes. My name is Alex Torriglia. I am the CEO and founder of Excool, and I created this company to provide the first neobank and payment ecosystem for unbanked Latin American families that depend on money transfers sent by relatives abroad. Our vision is to go beyond money transfer. As I mentioned before, millions of people in Latin America lack access to painless money transfers. For them, we have built a peer-to-peer money transfer solution that streamlines international transfers and provides a path to financial inclusion. We are the first Latin American company created for Latin American migrants and families that, beyond money transfers, provides financial services and conversion strategies, giving users credit tools and eventually converting them uh, from being unbanked to being banked, improving their quality of life. We are building a global financial ecosystem that goes beyond Latin America, that provides users with an easy payment tool through a digital wallet and prepaid and debit cards, along with a strong KYC and anti-money laundering infrastructure. Our results for the first 12 months of operations have far exceeded our projections. We are building a global footprint with corporate and regulatory structure. We have achieved an incredible customer acquisition cost, 5 to 7x lower than global competitors, and we have already signed more than 66 global partnerships, which is one of our main assets. Our business model is really simple. We make money when our customers send money. Our growth strategy is, first of all, to own Latin American money transfer corridors, develop an affordable Latin American advertising strategy to drive US users. We call this entering the US market through the backyard. We use mainly digital marketing and press outreach. And we have a very solid partnership strategy, like so far we have signed with Visa, MasterCard, Ripple, Tunes, United Nations, and even Uber. We have a very strong and diverse management team, experienced in startups with successful exits, digital banking, and technology. Now, we are looking for a seed round of $2 million to continue growing our corridors and opening new ones. With this, we expect to reach 1.75 million users, $104 million in transactional volume, and $6.6 million in net revenue. Thank you very much.
Despite billions of dollars in security and compliance spend, customer data keeps getting stolen. Cypherdoc is an encryption tool for secure data transfer between only two users. Hi, my name is Sebastian, and I am founder and CEO of Cypherdoc. Cypherdoc is built specifically for law offices, medical institution, management, and according to GDPR, HIPAA, CCPH, and for each company who take care about client sensitive information sending by email. Cypherdoc that secured and encrypted file transfer, encrypted cloud and local storage, ultra secure messenger. As opposed to companies like Signal and WhatsApp and your email providers, we truly provide end-to-end encryption, giving you that safe harbor that is lacking in your daily life. Data transmission without third-party access is finally here. We provide 100% encrypted communication. Most important in security is that private keys are holding on your device. Users' identities are verified without third party. It means only you can confirm my identity. You won't share your contact book with anybody here. You create your own contact book. Again, ensuring that data transmission is truly secured. We launched just 4 months ago. We got over 350 users, almost 7,000 in revenue, but more importantly, we have a pipeline of over 50,000, and by the end of 2021, we will have $500,000 in ARR. We've also filed 2 patents. What important is, the time for this is now. The Wall Street Journal has just talked about that after COVID-19, there's going to be more laws with less privacy. Hackers are targeting the financial sector every single day. Prevent protection data has never been more at the forefront of our times. Our business model is simple. We are SaaS. We sell direct through our partners. In fact, we have a largest IT distributor in the world with 200,000 resellers selling Cypherdoc, ensuring that we will be at the million ARR very quickly. There's a lot of players that we intersect with. We're intersecting with internet security, chat companies, file exchange, and cloud storage. But what is important to understand is that we have a true edge. There's nobody on the market that has the encryption we have, that end-to-end encryption via desktop and mobile apps. Our winning team has worked at iconic companies and had exit, and we are prepared to see this one. We are in it to win it. This is not only about chat and email. We want to get into voice messaging, into blockchain, and build our presence in over 40 countries, and to be that recognizable brand that people trust and know that they are getting security from. We are raising a 1 million seed round. We are going to use those funds for global expansion, product development, expanding our pilot. This round is going to take us a half million in ARR, deployment in 40 countries, have us roll out our data monetization strategy. This is strong investment because we have a unique patent technology. We are getting rapid traction. We have a dream team with experience, and we have a partners and distributors in place. We believe that we are ready now.
Internet web is filled with data, whether it be articles, tweets, or fake news, and it is a mess. Hi everyone, my name is Hassan and I'm co-founder of Algorithmic Vision. Our products can be used by everyone, but for researchers, students, reporters, and businesses, it can be an essential tool. Algorithmic Vision uses newest deep learning, NLP, NLU, and NLG technologies to sort, summarize, and deliver only the most important without fake and useless data. As opposed to Google and Wikipedia, everything is written by a machine and can be updated anytime you want without the need of human resources. The problem we are solving is the problem of data overload and online content shock. There are petabytes of unstructured data out there that are almost impossible to go through using only human resources. And this data is ever growing. It continues growing even right now. It is so much that this junk data has infected almost everything, whether it be news, politics, or social media. And the solution we found for this is a deep learning. We at Algorithmic Vision have developed a proprietary natural language generation technique for abstractive, multi-domain, and multi-actor search summarization that are validated using our natural language understanding models. Algorithmic has 3 deep learning products that are going to push artificial intelligence to the next level. First product we have is PlexPage. PlexPage uses the entire internet as a source of data and searches both structured and unstructured data. It searches text and information all over the internet simultaneously for the user. The end result is a summary and something as easy to read as Wikipedia, with all the data laid out clearly and comprehensively for a user to understand when they search for it. Our second product, Knowledge Page. It is extremely similar to the Plex page, except for data isn't decentralized, it is centralized. Source data are taken from government-approved APIs and or provided by large non-profit organizations. They, in return to data, can build their own databases and control what the user finds and what is used. And all this ensures credibility and reliability of knowledge. Then iPlex Assistant. iPlex Assistant is an enterprise product, which again can read unstructured and structured data, but it can also read raw data from BI analytical tools like Google Analytics, Mixpanel, Tableau, and or data provided by a customer, like sales reports, ads campaign reports, and other data. iPlex can summarize tables, charts, and graphs into plain English text that is easy to read and understand, as Wikipedia. This is a massive market that we've only begun to understand, and there are several unicorns that will fit in it. And we think we're one of them. Our current traction is pretty good. Our website was launched in the beginning of July, and as of now, we have 130,000 organic users per month. At Plex page, we have already generated 7.4 million pages and summaries. 2 million out of them are already indexed by Google. And since all our summaries are generated by machine, we can scale exponentially. We are a SaaS business model at the core, but we also have other income sources, including advertisements, affiliate programs, and add-ons. The future of natural language generation and AI is huge. With only a little bit of improvement of our technology, abstract multi-document summarization can be used in industries like Q&A, generating questions, meeting summarization, video script summarizations, integrating with voice assistants and search engines for fast delivery of summaries. Competitors. Compared to others, our true advantage is that our deep learning technology can abstractively summarize multiple unstructured data sources. Our go-to-market strategy is pretty simple. One is integrations and marketplaces. We have already got integrated with Google Analytics, Mixpanel, and Tableau, and we are looking to add others on. We also want to form partnerships with large data providers like SAP and direct sales. Some startups try to become families. We actually aren't. We aim to clean up the world's messy data. My brother Osman is a gold medalist in multiple international math Olympics and is really an expert behind the machine learning. I am the expert in full stack development. I am responsible for all front-end, back-end, and mobile app developments. And my dad is an expert around business. We are raising 1.2 million at the valuation of 6 million. With this money, within a year, we are sure that we will get more than 5 million users, organic users per month. We will generate 20 million unique queries and summaries. We will also have more than 10 software integrations in iPlex Assistant. And with these funds, we will also build a team. Thank you very much, everyone, for listening to me.
We spend millions of dollars on houses that are dumb and thousands on phones that are smart. It is time to make our homes as smart as phones. Hello, my name is Dmitry, and I'm a co-founder of Berry. Berry is an application that will allow you to make your home smarter using any IoT device from any manufacturer. One Berry to rule them all. The development of devices for the home is proceeding at a rapid pace, and today it is necessary to be as much represented on the market as possible and attract more and more customers. Increasingly, manufacturers of smart home devices need to ensure their product and services will work on the platforms provided by Amazon, Google, Samsung, and Apple to capture the broadest customer base. And consumers face the danger of finding themselves tied in to a particular network provider, which can often limit the options available if a particular tool or device they need won't play nicely with their favorite platform. There is also the annoyance of needing to use a whole load of different apps to set up and control all the different devices from different manufacturers in your smart home. Berry offers the ability to integrate any IoT device using a flexible platform to control your entire home. Berry supports many manufacturers and can configure more than 105,000 different IoT devices to combine them into a single ecosystem, so you can enjoy the comfort of your smart home. The volume of the market for IoT devices is highly growing every year, and each device manufacturer is fighting for its client. But there is no single manufacturer that would cover all the needs of a smart home and at the same time be sufficiently reliable. That is why we offer Berry. It can connect the best solutions of IoT devices and make smart home independent from the manufacturer. You can always choose and add the most modern and best solutions to your home. We want to start working with large real estate agencies by offering them the ability to turn homes into smart homes and sell them more easily on the market. For this, we will create a comprehensive solution. First, purchase the most famous and high-quality devices for the home. Second, install all devices and configure them as a system. Third, use the most comfortable design option for the future homeowner. They were achieved. Confirm 15,000 locations. This will generate 900,000 run rate. The product is already designed, built, and tested. 2 high-rise apartment buildings in the pipeline, and we were accepted into GSD labs. Our team consists of professionals in their area. Our product is proven, and we are ready to accept the real challenge of making our homes as smart as our phones with Berry. We are looking for 5 million for the next 24 months to close the following targets: 15,000 locations installed and launched, 100,000 of monthly recurring revenue, several major partnerships with real estate agencies. Thank you very much for listening. Join Berry. Let's make homes smarter.
For a long time, the rest of the world has reaped the benefits of amazing e-commerce shopping experience, but not Africa. And Spotter is moving to solve this by making it easy for busy moms, dads, and the average consumer to find goods and services that they want within 2 minutes of thinking about it. And this is because we know that the future of commerce is speed, trust, interest-based, and most importantly, affordability. Hello, my name is Gerald, and I am the CEO and founder at Spotter. The problems with e-commerce in Africa center around discovering real and genuine products, non-consumption that affects checkouts, and expensive and ineffective logistics. And this is why Spotter is presenting a solution that uses Google-powered maps and artificial intelligence tools to make it easy for consumers to discover products and services that they want. We are also using crypto-backed loans to make it easy for consumers to check out in the continent that is plagued by non-consumption. Lastly, we are using third-party API integrations to onboard logistics companies that have cracked the surface of last mile delivery. And all this would help us deliver a product that has a map interface for the discovery of goods and services, a wallet interface with many checkout options, and a buy now, pay later option. Lastly, logistics vendors or logistics service providers are ranked on the platform, and they can easily be found by the cheapest or the closest to the user. All of this will happen in a continent with continued smartphone adoption with lots of room to grow. The numbers are very impressive, but significantly, I'd like you to know that the credit market in Africa is 16% loan to GDP. All of this opportunity has been validated after we executed a survey that saw 2,000 plus Nigerians who usually would not fill out a survey, but this time told us exactly what the problems are and what part of our products they'd like to consume. What we learned is that busy African users who are on Gigi, Olist, and Jumia have found other ways to convenient ways to get their products sold and in the hands of consumers. Consumers alike visit social media platforms like WhatsApp and Twitter to find the products that they need. But what we know is that these consumers and the vendors alike want to derive the convenience, flexibility, and affordability that Spotter has to offer. Since launching, we've achieved a community build of 31,000 users, and 4,000 of them have registered on the platform. Our monthly user activity averaged 5,000, and we've gone on to sign on partnerships that has crossed $1 million. Amongst the partners that we've signed, Bacardi Nigeria, Cars 45, and Nigerian breweries are of worthy notes. Our business model comprises of an SaaS and advertising and transaction fees revenue model. All of these three combined will deliver a $1 billion company, but care has to be taken as to how we build our traction and build adoption and how we get the vendors and merchants on the platform. This means our go-to-market strategy will focus around brands that we partner, and we know that when we partner these big brands, they will come to us with their customers. The customers will come to us because of the buy now, pay later checkout option. And then we would also execute community and affiliate programs that will educate the customers and the vendors on how to derive value by using the Spotter application. APIs, bots, and messengers would also come in to help us capture and convert the exogenous inquiries that happen outside the platform. With all this said, our timeline of activities between now and March of 2022 will be focused strictly on getting the partners, like I've said, and the small vendors that will shop on the platform, so that when consumers come to Spotter to find the goods and services, just as we have promised them, they will definitely find it within 2 minutes of thinking about it. Our platform is different from the rest because we've carefully designed it in a way that makes it difficult for people to infiltrate the platform with spammy posts and outdated catalogs. This would also kill the long processing times that consumers and users have experienced on Jumia, Gigi, and Olist. Last but not the least is our buy now, pay later scheme, which we know would help us drive adoption and is not readily available on all these other platforms combined. Our team is made up of myself with 11 years plus experience developing e-commerce solutions, and our CTO is a senior developer at Andela who has experience working with remarkable projects and companies around the world. Mr. Cedric Egbon is someone who has 5 years of experience working with crypto projects around the world, and his activity, as we see in the traction slide, has yielded over $60,000 worth of returns. We've been in the news on Tech Cabal, a notable tech blog in Africa that talks about great projects to look out for. When GSD was in Nigeria, Benjamin Dada covered the event, and this was a significant outing for us. Cointelegraph, which is a notable crypto blog, has also carried or covered our Click Token event in Benin City that was held early in 2020, and Cryptonia Weekly, a UK blog, has also covered the Spotter project. We are trying to raise $200,000, and we are saying that if we get that, we'll use it to hire the tech talents that would help us develop our products so that we can tell people about it and subscribe also to licensing and regulations so that we can be on the right side of the law. When we do this, we would hit 200,000 plus users by March of 2022 and hopefully close a seed round of $1.5 million. We also know that if we hit 200,000, if and when we hit 200,000 users, we should also cross the $1 million revenue line. We thank you for listening to our pitch, and we're inviting you to do this with us. Thank you.
Did you know that Rihanna hasn't released an album in 5 years? The truth is, she recognized the size of the opportunity in beauty products and services for Black women and launched the brand Fenty, generating $570 million in revenue after only 15 months in business. Globally, beauty is a $600 billion industry. Though entrepreneurs like Rihanna have created a $500 million brand, none have gone after the massive untapped market of the Black women in Africa, hungry for convenient beauty products and services. Hi, I'm Tuli. We are Premium. Here's the problem. You spend hours swapping between unanswered calls, viewing, comparing useless websites, not knowing who or what to trust, and still getting nowhere. Independent salon owners like Sally and others go through daily struggle juggling doing treatments and spend too much time, money finding consumers and collecting money. Brands are overwhelmed by the number of conflicting data points that cause paralysis by over-analysis to penetrate the market. Our three-sided marketplace connects global brands to Africa, beauty pros like Sally to new and returning customers to deliver convenient, unmatched, on-demand salon experiences to clients to browse, schedule, pay, have a wonderful experience, and leave reviews that perpetuates the business. We bring technology for independent salon owners, our freelancers and beauty brands to list category services, products, prices, to build businesses efficiently, connect and engage with customers. It quickly filters by date, time, availability, and rating. Our freelancers can run offers on the fly based on the need. The customer gets highly personalized services and products delivered on demand. And we help service providers unlock opportunities to make money and grow their businesses. We connect beauty brands with service providers and customers. As a result, we collect data that brings value to all three parties with us in the middle. We have a live and working MVP and over 300 businesses registered, brands uploaded with over 50 SKUs and letters of intent from other businesses. The market sizes were $38 billion in Middle East and Africa, with South Africa at 4.5 billion. It has tripled over the last 30 years, thanks to the growing market in Africa, with more consumers now willing to pay for what they've seen as trends in other countries. Online searches are increasing, with the majority aged between 25 and 44, mainly women. The demand for this user profile is going up, and opportunities to scale are enormous. As opposed to other platforms, we partner with global brands, enabling us to grow their market share in Africa, expose them to new customers, and increase accessibility for customers. For the women of Africa, we bring the beauty experience to you. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the convenience and serenity of Premium. As a starting point, B2B subscriptions represents the core of activity. Over time, B2C model, where we charge transaction fees, will become the primary source of revenue. We will scale our business through online marketing to acquire and keep customers, referral campaigns for consumers, and loyalty discounts through consumers and freelancer communities. We are connecting with rewards and incentive programs for employee wellness schemes. We will succeed where others have failed. not killing small businesses, but creating sustainable jobs, unlike our competitors who offer less convenience and take up to 15% more on commission with less flexibility in choice, location, and prices. A strong team with deep market strategy, technology, and execution experience. I have over 2 decades of IT experience in local and international companies, leading large, diverse teams. I know the pain of visiting salons. I've partnered with a product development team that has invested in Premium to advance and remain competitive. We will scale by supporting and training our freelancers, building a solid team for business development by hiring salespeople to capture the salons and corporate customers, continuous improvement on service offerings and product distribution channels to drive the growth. Bootstrapped through MVP, we are fundraising for 18 months, seeking 250,000 to reach 57,000 transactions. This translates to a $2 million revenue, very achievable with the help from organizations like UNDP, which has funded us. The funds will be mainly be used for scaling and refine marketing to build the brand and acquire users' products and services. We fully support the SDGs for improved employment and building partnerships through introduction and expertise with key stakeholders in the areas we operate in. Beauty is contagious. Beauty is empowering. Beauty makes you happy. There is enough capacity for greatness in Africa. There is a Zulu proverb, Ubuntu. It's not about you. It's not about me. It's about us working together as one. I thank you.
So in 2016, Biddies went out on a mission to build AI-driven DSP platform and demand-side platform that would do exactly that. Why we realized that this is a very good time is because we realized that more than $30 billion are being spent ineffectively every year by the biggest brands around the world. Why? Because they always looked the other way. They didn't realize that a lot of the installs were fraudulent. There was not enough transparency, and people were not getting the results they were asking for. And so we went out and built a DSP platform that is data backed with measurable results. What it means is that we can work with every single client on a revenue share basis with full transparency, in-house built creatives, and this is something new for the industry. So let's jump in. As a result, here you can see 3 clients that we currently work with. Solitaire app, it's a gaming app. The Weather Channel, I'm sure most of you are using it. And Lucky Level, which is a cashback service. What we did is we launched our AI versus very experienced media buyers, our in-house media buyers. And the AI has outperformed for both the client and ourselves by 50 to 80%, as you can see in the charts here. We're trusted by global brands, and we won a lot of awards in the past couple of years. Brands include Tidal, Grubhub, EasyBrain, IAC, Postmates, and the likes of them. And the list is being updated every day. All of that would not have been possible with more than 5 billion devices or profiles, we call them, in our DMP. What this allows us is to analyze and make sure that the right client is getting the right impression at the right time. Of course, all of that is CCPA and GDPR compliant with very strong anti-fraud tools that we use, that we have built in-house to make sure that all our clients are getting the best possible results with no fraud at all. We were founded in 2016 by Alex and myself, and currently we're doing a little over 13 million in revenue. Back in 2019, we raised $4 million from Yamobi, and currently our pipeline is quite substantial with very big names such as Adidas and many more along those lines. Thanks to COVID, the industry is growing at crazy paces. More and more people are using mobile apps and not only Facebook and Instagram. And more people are realizing that programmatic is the next next big thing to advertise on, because it gives you a lot more transparency and measurable results without having to invest hundreds of millions of dollars in education and things like that. The industry is growing at crazy paces, as I've said before. I mean, a good example is Liftoff currently, that was partially bought by Blackstone with a little over $400 million, and they're growing crazy paces. They're one of our competitors, and I believe they're an industry leader today. The ecosystem is based out of 5 big pillars. As you can see, the agency pillar, that's where Rocket 10 is. It is very interesting there, but again, it focuses on buying via social networks and platforms like that. However, we decided to focus on the 3 main pillars that we believe are going to grow for the next 5 to 10 years. Of course, the DSP pillar, where 95% of our revenue comes in today. The exchange pillar, which allows us to resell inventory from the tier 1 SSPs such as Mopub, Unity, Chartboost, DoubleClick Exchange, which is Google's. What it does is it allows smaller DSPs that spend anything from $40,000 to $100,000 a month programmatically to buy from Mopub through us, because Mopub does not want to work with smaller DSPs just because of their capacity. So we built a platform that allows us to resell Mopub's inventory and make a small commission on top of that. The third pillar that we see best fit for us is the publishing pillar. Why? Because a lot of indie developers come our way. They tend to come to us to ask to help them set up the monetization side as well as the user acquisition side. And so what we thought is, why don't we implement them into our business and call it Tappies, which will allow us to make 1, additional revenue, 2, help them monetize, 3, buy more inventory, avoiding crazy commissions from the exchanges. Our growth strategy is very simple. We have a very strong sales team. Word of mouth in the industry is very popular because it's very hard to find a partner to work with. And of course, marketing and inbound channels are also very strong because of that, because there are not that many players that can work on a CPA, CPI goal. So meaning end result the client needs. Of course, we're continuing to scout and publish new games, which is one of our KPIs for this year, and leverage our 250 plus pipeline that we're currently in talks with. We only make money when the customer makes money. This is the best selling point there could be. So we only make money when the customer has the end result they need. Let's take an example, food delivery company. Their goal is to acquire a new user for $35. Our AI's goal will be to find users for cheaper than that so that we can make a margin. If the client is happy with the results, then we start making money. And this is uncapped because the client is in profit. Yes, our margins start at 25%. This is because our AI needs to be educated, and we need to make sure that our AI has enough data to bring results, to drive results to our customers. And our minimum checks start at $30,000 in the US and tier 1 countries. We are a very experienced team. Alex and I have been doing startups together for a little over 10 years. Alex is in charge of the finance, the product itself, and the buying and client growth, whereas I'm in charge of legal, business development, strategy, and growth expansion. Ilya has been with us for the past 10 years as well. He's in charge of all the technical backgrounds and everything we do within that business. We're raising $5 million for a 15% dilution to expand our engineering team and build out our publishing arm, Tappies, as I had told you before. Thank you very much. Have a good day. And I hope This covers all the questions you might have. Thank you.
Did you know more than 60% of growers left produce to rot because they were unable to source labor? 60%, that's 2 out of 3 farmers. That's not just heartbreaking for the growers themselves, but it wastes precious produce and increases the prices at your local supermarket. We are Lyra, and our robots are helping growers to get the right labor at the right time. In contrast to other systems, our robots can pick up any fruit or vegetable without reprogramming and can be deployed in less than an hour. We have customers waiting for our robots right now, and we're ready to ship. Hi, I'm Yuxi Leitner, co-founder and CEO of Lyra Robotics. I have more than 15 years of experience in developing AI and robotic systems. And together with Nicole, who also holds a PhD, we co-founded Lyra Robotics. She's an expert in how to create robots that not just can safely work around humans, but also her family has been in the food and logistics business for more than 30 years. Norton, our third co-founder, has a background in engineering and has years of experience of building mechanical solutions for industrial applications. We are also the team that won the Amazon Robotics Challenge, a global competition where we outperformed teams from MIT, Princeton, Mitsubishi, and Panasonic, just to name a few. And that just led to a lot of media attention, as you can see at the bottom there, but also led to us creating Lyra Robotics. It showed us that we can turn these world-leading research into commercial robotic systems to tackle one of the biggest challenges of the 21st century. How do we create safe, reliable, and secure supply chains? In particular, in the food supply chain, $165 billion are lost and wasted every year in the US alone. More than $16 billion are lost during post-harvest processing packing alone. $16 billion every year. These losses stem mainly from not being able to handle the produce in a timely manner, with labor being one of the biggest issues here. To reduce that number and to help growers, we have designed, developed, and deployed the world's first fresh produce pattern packing robotic system. What that means is that each robot can pick a wide range of fruits and vegetables, nectarines, mangoes, watermelons, even punnets of mushrooms. This unique capability to pack quite literally anything with the same robot is due to Lyra Machine Intelligence, our proprietary technology that combines the brain, the eyes, and the hands. The core benefit to our customers is that our robotic systems can provide the right labor at the right time, reducing food loss by up to 75%. Our Lyra Machine Intelligence also enables these robotic systems to be really plug and play, meaning there's a core competitive advantage because our robotic system can retrofit existing operations in less than an hour compared to weeks or months for other solutions. This also really enables us to create a robots as a service model in which the customer has no CapEx and sees the savings from day one. We see post-harvest as a really great starting point for our robotic systems. There we can help reduce the number of lost produce. Again, $16 billion is the annual loss in the US alone. And it also helps the farmers to increase the margins. Our tech is the right fit. We have customers right here in Australia waiting for these robotic systems. And there's more than 2,000 of them that are spending more than $250 million on packing every year. But this is not just an Australian problem. It's a global problem that we can solve. So far, with our products that is now ready, we have gotten pre-sales of 75K, and we spoke to hundreds of customers over the last couple of months. We have further trials planned, and we have 10 more LOIs coming up in the next few months. We're looking for a seed round right now to really get those robotic systems out there to our customers that are waiting right now. We aim to scale up, generate recurring revenue, and help improve the supply chain by reducing food loss. We are Lyra Robotics, and our robots are ready to go to work right now.
Hi, I'm Scott Slaney-Dufour, one of the co-founders of Liquidstar. Liquidstar is the Robinhood meets Uber of electricity. We use mining of Bitcoin and minting of carbon credit NFTs to increase electricity access in remote regions and during planned and unplanned outages, enabling customers to pick up or have electricity delivered to them for various use cases. Currently in 2021, there are almost 1 billion people that don't have access to electricity, resulting in 3.8 million premature deaths and 115 million tons of CO2 released into the atmosphere. Not to mention, the lack of access to electricity means lack of access to the latest in education, health, water cleanliness, and food security too. We believe that this status quo is unacceptable. This problem exists because the return on current off-grid projects is negative. Those returns are negative because it's expensive to build, maintain, and operate off-grid infrastructure, not to mention devices are constantly becoming more energy efficient. So while the time spent interacting with electricity might increase, the amount of electricity consumed doesn't increase at the same rate. Using Nigeria as an example that's representative of the problems globally, it costs $150 per meter to build overhead wires there and $178 in the US. This type of capital expenditure in Nigeria is difficult to justify when you consider that in the US, we are struggling to maintain and update our grid, and our end customers' ability to pay is almost 30 times higher. Then there are other factors like high rates of energy theft in most emerging markets, where 40% of all electricity generated is stolen. The result is people in emerging economies get their energy from sources that cause both air and noise pollution, negatively impacts their health, is unreliable, and to top it all off, they end up paying more than we do here in the United States. Our solution is to use an energy balance algorithm to maximize the return on renewable off-grid energy infrastructure by smartly choosing how energy is divided between battery rentals, e-moto charging, and water pumping and purification. We can create a more profitable use case for electricity. And then when these services aren't in use, we can augment our revenue stream by mining Bitcoin and minting and selling carbon credit NFTs. The result is that we can enable the e-ecosystems of the future, a profitable, cheap, sustainable, and clean way for people to get electricity that will enable individuals and Liquidstar-powered communities to significantly increase their standard of living. We do this by enabling remote-controlled electron wells via a dashboard that facilitates the management of the waypoint and regulates the end customer interactions of renting batteries and e-motos and purchasing clean water. Waypoints can be configured based on the needs and budgets of a local community, enabling the usage and charging of everything from cell phones to TVs to e-bikes. Our solution has the power to profitably provide sustainable electricity in primarily two use cases. The first use case is in the off-grid market. By augmenting battery rental and water purchases with the mining of cryptocurrency and minting of carbon credit NFTs, we estimate each waypoint can generate $25,000 per year, paying for itself in just 4 years. The impact of each deployment is power and water for up to 168 households, preventing up to 30 premature deaths and eliminating between 1.5 and 8.6 million pounds of CO2 from the atmosphere over a 10-year period. The second use case, using the same waypoints, which we have explored with utilities in Australia, is using the waypoints to replace dirty and polluting diesel generators used during planned and unplanned outages. Since these devices sit idle 99% of the time, while idle, they could mine green Bitcoin and generate as much as $150,000 over its 10-year lifespan, while still being able to be deployed during emergencies as needed. The last 2.5 years have led us to this, and over that time, we've developed our own software platform and an extensive hardware partner ecosystem, rapidly turning our vision into reality. Additionally, we have global traction and incredible partners in every one of our initial target countries. The combination of our partners and technology gives us a strong and defensible position. And Liquidstar is at the intersection of game-changing megatrends, and we feel that Liquidstar is the key building block for the future of electron-based economies. Our team is made up of a solar engineer, software and hardware engineers, management consultant, and serial entrepreneurs. Liquidstar is built on top of 3 projects developed by our team: BlockPass, a blockchain-enabled identity tool with thousands of users; Sunburning, a tool to manage metering and our solar data logger, which generates an NFT for each ton of carbon Liquidstar replaces, holding ourselves accountable to the SDGs. We are in the process of raising between 1.5 and 2.5 million US dollars so we can execute on our current pipeline of opportunities. If we reach 1 million customers in 5 years, we will generate $70 million in revenue per year. But we aren't stopping there. Our goal is to solve 10% of UN SDG 7, and that will require us to deploy 120,000 waypoints. And the result of that will be the prevention of 2 million premature deaths annually, removal of 1 trillion pounds of CO2 from the air, all while generating $5.5 billion in revenue per year. We are also looking for people that want to help us on our mission. Thanks so much for your time.